All right, guys, it's Friday, and we're going to continue this DVD overview series for 2025, DVD overview Blu-ray, if you will. And now we're going to look in here. This is going to take a little time, and I'm going to have to reorganize it again once I'm done. But here, we're going to have basically a look at the movies and stuff I had in here, and a little bit of history. This used to be kind of like a storage section of my dresser. You know, it used to be a storage, section. Basically, I would have a lot of these things and some other stuff that's now under here. A bunch of like a bunch of these things here were stuffed in there and such. And I had to get rid of some other stuff as well, just kind of clean it out. Mainly because of the fact that I had most of these down here. And when I would kind of lean up to the bed or I'd try to get up a little bit, it would knock some of the movies down. So I decided, screw it, I'm going to put them in here, be done with it. Because I was watching a video from the past that I did when I was living in Patterson, and I noticed that I had done that, similarly back then. So without further ado, let's take a look at what's in here, shall we? And yes, you're probably wondering, that is a Rainbow Dash kite I bought when I was at Walmart. And of course my belts. But as we can see in here, we have a bunch of stuff. So starting at the top, of course, we have Teen Titans Go to the Movies, sent to me by Frank Hill. We have She-Ra and He-Man, The Secret of the Sword, on its own DVD. I downloaded this. I think I downloaded this and put it onto DVD to have it. Then we have The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones on DVD, which I now also have on Blu-ray. I'll show that in a minute. And then here's what's interesting. So you saw with one of the recent videos, I had a very best, I had a best of Sonic video, Sonic DVD, where it was just Sonic Satam and Sonic X. Well, that's kind of, the reason for that is because it got started with this. This here is one of the compilation discs I made, where you have these episodes here. You have Best of Sonic Satam, you have Sonic and Sally, Sonic's Nightmare, Heads or Tails, the Doomsday Project movie, and I have Sonic X, both miniseries. Basically what that means by both miniseries is essentially the Adventure 2 one, and I think it was the Adventure 2 one, and I think even the Season 2 finale. So yeah, I got it on there. And then I have some music videos, and you can see that I kind of designed the covers myself to kind of make them represent what I feel they need to represent. And then continuing on, we have this one, and this one has a few more on here. This has, see, I can't even read that. Okay, so we have Sonic Past, from Satam, we have Sonic Past School, Sonic Past Cool, I should say, Sonic and the Secret Scrolls, Blast of the Past mini movie, The Void, and then we have the Sonic Adventure 2 movie arc, if you will, and the Sonic Battle mini arc from basically Sonic X, and The Morning of Farewell. And again, just like the other one, have some Sonic videos on there that I made. So yeah, and it is early. I do apologize. I'm stumbling on my words. I do apologize. But yeah, that's basically what it has on there and everything. So you can see that. And then here, excuse me. I have to give a shout out to Jay Foxfire, because she's the reason I was able to do this. I checked something there. This is season 2 of Sonic Satam. This was not comprised, but this was made courtesy of some VCDs that I still have somewhere packed away in the garage. But this was comprised of the VCDs that Jay Foxfire had sold me. She was selling VCDs of, I think it was J Fox. No, it wasn't J Foxfire. It was Rafaela XD. Yeah, Rafaela XD. She was selling a variety of VCDs of Sonic Satcham and everything because there was no official disc release yet at that time, and trying to get any VHS copies made and all that was impossible. So what she did is she was selling, like I said, VCD copies of the original broadcast of the show from ABC and Pop and all that. Pop, of course, being a UK station. And she sent me them. She sent me a bunch of them, basically, because I purchased them, the entire season. So I decided to take my time and create my own season sets. So here we have season 2, if you will. And you can see the episodes on there and all that. You can see the art that I used to kind of make it its own thing. But yeah, I've had this for about 20 plus years, and I think I got it listed here too. And I originally had this in a jewel case, believe it or not. You could just tell by by the fact that it's all the covers in there are all jeweled covers. But yeah, I had this originally in a jewel case. But yeah, I created my own season sets, if you will. Created my own season sets and everything. And then I also did it with this one. Actually, this was the first one I did it with. And like I said, I took time with it. So here we have season 1. And I actually put a bonus. What I did when I created this is I put a bonus episode on there from Sonic Underground, just like they would do with the official releases. You have all Satm and then, here, have a bonus episode from another Sonic show. So yeah, I did the same here. And this is season 1 and everything. So pretty cool. And again, I originally had it in a jewel case and everything, so you could see the covers were kind of switched around and all that. So yeah, I was just trying to get myself the series physically to watch when I wanted to. So yeah, I got that. So those are season 1 and 2 of Sonic Satm. And then here we have Bonkers. Yes, we have Bonkers. This is the Going Bonkers pilot movie as it was originally first aired in prime time, and New Partners on the Block, which is sort of the pseudo sequel to Going Bonkers, because what New Partners on the Block does is it fills in the gap of of how Miranda Wright became his partner, because if you take this episode out, which it was because of the more sensitive, tragic situations that occurred in the real world. Basically, when they took this episode out, it made people wonder, okay, why is now Bonkers having a female partner instead of Lucky, his male partner and everything? And this episode filled in that gap, because originally, when they showed the show in a sneak peek on Disney Channel, Miranda was his partner, and she was originally supposed to be his partner from the get-go until a lot of stuff happened behind the scenes and everything. Animation was a disaster and all that. Work prints were a disaster. They came from overseas, so they had to basically switch things up and say, okay, we got to do something different. They brought in a different team, and the rest is history. And the team they brought in knew they had to fill in that gap, so that's what they did. They had to answer that question. So yeah, this is the uncut version, and this is the episode that got banned for a while. It is on Toon Disney, thank goodness, but it does have a warning before it. It does have a warning, I should say, before it, before you click on it and everything to watch. And let me get some coffee here. Like I said, guys, it's early. It's about, let me see, it's about 8:58. And I know you're looking at my dresser and you're thinking, man, you need to fix that. In time, I'm thinking of getting some brown paint and some new handles and everything, and just putting it all together, fixing it up, kind of giving a new fresh coat of paint, if you will. But anyway, continuing on here, and you can see this stuff in the background too, so we're going to get to that in a little bit. Here we have the Gummy Bears, the original, the first 3 seasons. They never did 4 and 6. I don't know why, but yeah, this is the first 3 seasons. So I got that. And then here I got both volumes of Chippendale Rescue Rangers. This is before they did the Blu-ray. So volume 1 and volume 2. All they had to do was put out a third volume, it would have been complete. They didn't do that though. Then up here we have Tailspin, volume 1. Had to get that, of course. And then we have Tailspin volume 2 right here. That's pretty nice. And then of course have Tailspin volume 3, and this was a Disney Movie Club exclusive and everything, but thanks to Frank Hill I was able to obtain it. But yeah, this was a Disney Movie Club exclusive before they decided to like with DuckTales and a few other shows, just release it completely. But yeah, this is the final set of episodes. And the one thing about the pilot here, I mean not the pilot, but the first season, is yeah, it does include the pilot, but it's the edited version. It's not the uncut version. You would think that releasing it on DVD, they would say, let's go uncut. But they didn't. And the same thing with when you watch it on Disney Plus, that is. Alright, so next up, we have Goof Troop. Trying to get that out as best I can. Hold on. Let me work on that. There we go. Yeah, we have Goof Troop Volume 2 and Volume 1. I don't know if they ever did a Volume 3 or anything, but I think this is basically 54 episodes. So yeah, they didn't do any other volumes after that, I think, and I'll be back in a second.